This is our Flickerball. Flickerball.
Raise your hand if y'all in the front row for the Blues. Oh, that's me. Y'all gonna do the yellow team. Yeah. And you're gonna pick up the flag. Yellow team. Let's all go. Listen up. I don't want to hear it. You section. Yellow team. Red team. Red team. We got a squad. We got a squad right here. We got a squad, baby. This ain't it. The competitive juices are
We definitely got one very aggressive team.
Got squad, man. Got squad. Hey, Teds, we got squad. Cody. All right. What we're gonna do today is called Flickerball. Flicker. The object is to throw this football in these two goals here of your opposing team. Can we goaltend? Yeah. Can we goaltend? Can't do that. All right, I have 3 rules. 3 rules. You can only hold the ball for 3 seconds. All right? You can only take 3 steps. 3 steps. And you can only have 3 passes before you can shoot. Everybody got that?
You only take 3 steps with the ball?
Yes. If you travel. Flag, if the opposing team member takes the flag, it's to change possession. Alright?
You got that the ball.
Yes. Everybody got that? I'm on first. Nope. Yeah, I'm on first. Alright, Mason there to the back.
Wait, so we can everything take 3 steps?
Alright, Erickson gets the ball first. Yes. Yellow team going this way. Red team going that way.
Strip. I forgot about that.
Everybody set?
He defined his boundaries.
I think they're all assuming it's the red line. They got the cone.
If you were 4th graders, would you assume that? I don't know. I would have set him down. I would not have let him stood up there and run around like that.
I think you also let the first person get a free pass.
That's my 3!
I can't tell who's in control.
We're weak with the whistle. Gotta be stronger with like EP.
Yes, yes. And his voice is not drowning them out, so I can't tell who's in charge. He needs to work on that. Oh, now that was a good one. That was much better, much better.
tucked into his shorts the whole time. Nobody's in.
No, I know, he's cheating. And coach hasn't caught it. How many people are quarterbacks in this class? It's not exactly 4th grade skill level here. Their skill level is just a little. Oh, we got one with it in his hand here. Where's his flag? Let's see if, so now Dustin's got his out, or not Dustin, Dason.
Good shot. Vamos. Do it. Good ball. Get it. Right there, ball. Great ball. Take that top. No way. 1, 2, 3, 3. Oh!
What's the score? What's the score?
4-3, I think.
Flags that are up on your t-shirts are hard to get. You have to see that.
Yep.
Get him out!
But you have more problems with people hiding those too, tucking them in and all kinds of stuff.
That's why, like, I don't see your belt if you don't have it properly on as soon as you touch the ball. Because then once they realize that the rule will be that, boom, everybody's got their belt on properly.
We'll have to remember telling him. He'll hear it when he watches himself, but nobody else will watch his video. Oh my goodness! You took out the sideline, people. That was...
Yellow ball, yellow ball. Woo!
If they didn't really get in the fight, I made them do that. That's hard to do it. You know, that's exactly what they're going to have to deal with.
I was thinking, man, that's some strong fourth graders.
That's what you had to bring up. That's bigger than he is. Okay, he's lost him. There's the bad kids. He's lost him. Where'd he put it? Look at him. I don't want them together.
Right.
They're going to get into the fight.
Right. They're like scheming what they're going to do next. There you go.
Them boys cutting up right there, boy.
His demeanor's changed, huh? Okay, now there's...
Give me that ball. Y'all can score now.
Well, come on, don't lose control of the game, guys. Don't take your eyes off the game. Just stick them in your pockets. Don't walk off of them.
I'm trying to count how many 50 steps you just
Kids in timeout with the toys.
No, don't put them in timeout. So we've learned a lot today by the end of this class.
That's the score. It's 8-7. Hey, where he is. Yellow ball. We gotta get a nice shot. We got him.
Okay, so where would you have these kids if you're in this situation?
They've got to be focused. That's why math problems are important. They have to be at a focused location where you have something that you have to go and do before you.
And you don't want them in behind you. You know, he should be on that side if you're kidding, and he should have If they're going to be that bad, it's got to go beyond timeout for 5 minutes. If you're going to fight, that's the rest of the day you're out.
Right.
Although in a highly competitive situation, you can see where shoving could be.
Shoving's okay.
Yeah, that's what happened.
You have a talker into shoving.
I'm pulling the flag. It's 14.
I'm not a big pink slip guy. I had one pink slip I had to give recently this year because the 8th graders have senioritis. And I let the kid know. I'm so disappointed because you've been so respectful all year, and then you blurt out things in my class, and I see you stop and blurt out again. So where's that coming from? When you get personal with them, yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm really disappointed in your behavior. It works pretty well.
Right, exactly. That works better than the whole. Because when they like you and they know that you're hurt by it, they're going to respond better.
King, that's the key to coaching is being able to build relationship with kids, not be this magic.
Especially nowadays, the whole military thing is totally gone away.
That's like
Pulling off of 3rd and 4th grade.
Stay in teams, everybody.
They listen. Once they get into like 7th, 8th.
I know. Yeah, that's the teenagers turn into teenagers. This is Skin the Snake.
Alright, listen carefully here. We're going to do some skin the snake. I want everybody to stick their right hand out. You're going to lean over. Which way? Forward. Lean forward. Now take your left hand, stick it in between your legs, and catch the right hand the person behind you. Alright. Now the back person is going to lay down. The back person is going to lay down. Back person. Alright. Now, everybody else is going to slide back. Everybody else is going to slide back. Once you pass up that person, you're going to lay down also, okay? Everybody got that? Alright, let's try it. Slide back.
Bad planning. We're going to hit the wall. There's not going to be enough room. At least it's just a practice run. A little bit. Can we let our bad kids back in so they can play too? Let them back in. Thad, if you'll hold the camera, I'll go in so he can play. I don't mind. Come on. Okay, it's a competition. Let's see who gets first.
Listen up, everybody. We're the same thing going back, okay? So, right hand out. Right hand out. Left hand. Go this way. Go this way. How you know who wins? You have to see who goes first. Hey, go this way. I never went out to get him in the middle. Right hand out. Left hand. Let's go. Come on. Right back.
Wait, you can't.
Slide back.
Let's go, baby. Legs together.
That's all we got.
Keep your feet. Keep your feet in.
Let's go, babe. Let's go, babe. Let's go, babe. Don't follow with Patrick.
One.
Done? Yep. Okay. It's true. Put the ropes down. Make them sit down for them to get attention, or go into athletic position, right? Hands on knees, eyes on me, something where they can focus. Because we had flipping around, swinging it. Yes.
I just got one thing I noticed. Every time for a demonstration, I know Josh was the other one who did the activity too. He got Josh to demonstrate. I know he knows it better, but I mean, if he got everybody involved, everybody would.
It would have been more motivating. In fact, who taught the last lesson did that. They picked on, that was a really good idea. It includes everybody, right? So,
Get that. What about my turn, Coach?
yes. Yeah, and you look like you have favorites, and what, if you have favorites in your class, what does the rest of the class think of you?
Quit trying because they think
They don't like you.
They check out.
They check out. Yes.
One thing that I learned, and this is from like speaking and all that, you didn't scan the field. There's a thing in speech that's called scan the field. Whenever you explain something, you locked onto one group and you only talk to that group. And that was the only thing I saw. But what you should do is scan the top of everybody's heads. That way you're talking to everybody and you're seeing if there's any discipline problems. Because if you're focusing on this group, they may be messing around. But if you're scanning, you see everything.
Another thing is, you want to teach everybody. You don't have to walk down the middle of the group, but the last 2 or 3 people have like frozen themselves in one spot down against the wall. Move around. Teach from this side. Teach from that side. And if I'm going to be in one spot, I'm not going to put myself against the wall. I'm going to put them against the wall with me by the door, so nobody gets out without me seeing them. Right? But stay around the perimeter, walk around the perimeter. When we changed the game, I actually told him to come move over here and try to move so that you're not just teaching to the front row all the time. Okay.
I was about to say, you did a good job when we did the competition. He moved to in front of us.
Oh, he had a little help there. Yeah. Next thing, we switched teachers and we started playing the fun game. Yes. Yes. How'd you do?
Oh, I just got one thing to say first. I respect Josh because he had a more physical activity.
Yes, 100%
He had a lot
harder.
more discipline problems and he had to deal with a lot.
Oh, I caused them. They didn't voluntarily do that.
I thought you were really funny. I thought I was going to bring it.
I'm so glad we. They were very good at it.
I'll give you this, like, you were good when it came to noticing discipline, but so, like, me and Dason were right here and we kept playing. You got me the second time. The thing is, when you moved me over there, Dason did nothing but come over there next to me.
He told me to go there.
Oh, he did? He told you? So you moved him over there? You moved him, and then you didn't see us. You couldn't see us moving around right there. And I left, actually. I left and got water and then came back in.
The only thing I would say about that is, like, that's why I get those math problems or something that they have to focus on, because then they're stuck in a little spot for a little while. I know Dason was first put by the toys, and they just started grabbing stuff, and that's what bad kids will do. They'll just grab whatever and start playing. So yeah, if you've got that one little, hey guys, I'm going to give you the math problems, they probably wouldn't do anything in the first place. Then when they do get in trouble, you have a focused area where they have to go and actually sit and write. So
Yes.
I just say
This really wasn't as much like discipline, but it kind of was. Justin and Eric, he was in the middle at one point, which I'm sure he might have noticed, but Eric and Justin were kind of pushing on each other, and he had his back towards it.
We had people also hiding their flags. This one had his flags tucked in and was cheating. You know, look, it's going to take us a while to get where we can manage this.
Then when he brought him back in, he brought him back in and put him in the same group, the 2 people that were being bad together.
I was trying to.
Yeah.
I mean, he said one in each group, but
What we did, we caused him to lose his focus. When we did that to him, he was fine up until there. When you started to teach the game, sit them down or make them go in athletic position like you see Pangrazi do, right? Something where they know they have to listen to you. Then explain the rules of the game. That way you look like you're in charge. When you go back and watch your video, you can see, because they have these big loud voices and they're not really 4th graders, it was hard to tell who was in charge. A couple or 3 times you had great whistle blows and you got your control. But sometimes you got a little too relaxed. And I think when you first started off, and you not started off relaxed, it would have never looked like an intramural college basketball game, you know. It wasn't bad. For your first time up, for me to throw a fight in there, you did not fall apart. or anything like that, but it was not what we want to do. We want to be able to separate them without touching them. And if they get in a fight, that means they're out for the rest of the playing time. So we need something for them to do that they don't like to do. We don't make them run in PE, right? That's not a good thing because you can't watch them. And if they need to improve their math anyway, give them a lot of math problems to do and make them sit there, and they can't join the class again until they get them all correct, graded right, you know, not just thrown in something.
Chances are they won't be bad again because everybody knows math.
Yeah, but the math teacher's going to love you. You're making them practice their math, right? Or something else. You can think of rules. You have to write all the rules for Flickerball, you
I will
know?
not behave in class 100%.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Isn't it just as bad to punish them with math as it is to punish them with PE?
No, I want them not playing with objects, right?
They know that they're punished for a reason and doing something they don't want to do.
Well, give me a better idea. Come up with something better.
A history of what we're doing in
Yeah.
there.
It's just if you do something, you're going to have to go home yourself and research and create this test. The thing about always having math problems is it's always there. Pretty much if you punish kids, you have all the answers memorized after a while.
You can do that after your first year of teaching. You have all of that forever.
Yeah, just don't make them go run the football field.
What if they run right at SL?
Yeah, you can send punish work home with them if they're a little older, you know. I'm just trying to, I don't want you sending them to the principal's office every time you turn around, you know, because you can't handle them. Right.
Handle it right there. Don't be like all the time going, go to the principal, because then the principal's going to go like,
Makes you look bad.
It does make you look bad. See, that wasn't a real fight. That was a pushing. There's a big difference between kids pushing because it's a competitive thing, and you just have to be tough like you were. Your whole demeanor changed, and you took charge, you know. And then they stopped, and they were just, as opposed to swinging fists and punching people and cursing and can't control them. You know, then that's a principle. You can touch them, but the problem is they're going to swing and hit you.
Well, then they'll be expelled.
This is my tactic.
Well, better you than the other kid, because then it all comes on you.
But better tactic. Pick one up and run with it.
There is a difference between little kids and high school, right? But you do have, especially for the girls in this class, we're smaller. You might have a 12-year-old that weighs 200 pounds.